Hello, my name is Jordan Johnson, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about resumes and career conversations as part of your Quest 2 course. So, going into this, you're going to get a lot of background from the career and professional development space that we have. So, please make sure that you're paying attention. You will see this slide on your Canvas course as well. So, if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, but also you'll have the opportunity to go back and look through this presentation. So what we're going to be talking about today, we're going to talk about resumes. 2, we're going to be talking about handshake and career conversations. 3 is your professional dress. And then 4, we're going to be talking about a great resource that we have called SparkPath. So going into resumes. So what's the big deal with resumes? So when you're looking at resumes, it's your first impression. It's a crucial step for a job search, and it's branding yourself. The one thing is this is going to be the first thing that employers see. A lot of employers you're not going to meet before you end up sending that resume out there. So you're definitely going to be having to make that first impression. That's also coming with branding yourself. The other nice thing with branding yourself is it's going to give you that opportunity to look at the future for yourself as well, to say, okay, this is what I want in the future. You're going to be able to utilize that, branding it professionally. If you don't have a ton of stuff on your resume, that's okay. In Quest 3, we're definitely going to be able to help you with a community involvement assignment. So that's going to be a great opportunity for you to put that on your resume. So that's a great opportunity to have, as well as any work experience or anything that you've done prior to this point. So 5 things that we should have on the resume and 5 things you should not have on your resume. The first thing that you should have on your resume is your contact information. This sounds pretty silly, but it's something that you definitely need to have. They need to be able to figure out your name, your contact information, so your phone number and your email address. You're definitely going to need to put your education down. At this point, you can take off your high school education, but it is something that you can definitely leave on there right now, but you're going to want to take that off your second semester or of college. So I like to tell students, just take it off now as you're starting to update your resume. That way you're not having to go back and figure that out. The next thing you're going to want to do is put down experience. So this is work experience, related experience. This is specific experience. It can be a lot of different opportunities for you to look at. So it doesn't have to be paid experience. So let's say you have just volunteered, those kind of things that can be put on there. Extras, same thing with this. So let's say you have a lot of work experience, you have 2 or 3 work experiences, but you want to put on there with your extras. You could definitely make sure with your extras that you are putting your volunteer experience, you're putting anything like that, your community involvement, organization involvement, all of that can be on there. And then strong bullet points. So this truly is going to make or break your resume. It's going to be the hardest part of your resume, is going to be making sure that you have strong bullet points. And that's something we're going to work on as well, as so that way you can have that strong reference point and you can make sure that you have that bullet point going for you. And so that way we can help you have the best resume possible. So some things that should not be on your resume. So misspelled words. So that thing is a huge telltale sign for employers. It's super easy I know you're going super fast. You're trying to go as fast as possible to apply for this job. You misspell a few words. Make sure that you are going through and correcting everything, looking at it, doing that stuff. First person language, making sure there's no I, me, my's, those pronouns on there. Now, if you would like to put your pronouns up at the top in your contact information, you're more than welcome to do that, but no pronouns within the rest of your document. References. So this is something that should not be on your resume. So this should be a whole nother page going into applying for those jobs that you would submit, but this should not be on your resume. You should also not have task lists. So I know with strong bullet points or bullet points in general, you're thinking, okay, I worked at Menards, I stocked shelves, helped customers. Like, we don't need to have you list a task list. Think of it as employers are smart people. They're going to understand what you kind of did if you said you were a server or you were a team member at Menards, things like that. A lot of these employers have been to restaurants, they've been to a Menards or something comparable to that, so they know kind of what that team member or that waiter or waitress is doing. So making sure you're going a little bit more in detail with that. Also, making sure that you don't have inconsistent formatting. So the employers, you have about 30 seconds to catch their attention. I'm going to tell you honestly, it's about anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds. Then once they've caught that 5-second attention, then they might be looking at it for another 30 seconds or so. But you want to make sure that you're catching their attention right away as fast as possible. So that way they can look through your resume and then you can be the best possible candidate. So these are a couple would you rather. So with your education section, we do have a few here. So we have, would you rather have A or B? And the thing is with A is going to be your correct answer. We want to make sure that it's still a page long on your resume, but we also want to give them enough detail. So we want to make sure that we are giving them the bachelor's degree you're receiving, the major, minor, if you have them, your GPAs. You don't have to put GPA on there if you would not like to. It's completely up to you. GPAs, if it's anything above a 3.0, we say you could put it on there. Other than that, you don't have to. But it's something that you can think about keeping on or taking off. We also talked about having a 6-box prong, which is what you're seeing at A. So that's the school name, the school location, your bachelor's degree, when you're graduating, your major, and then your GPA or minor if you want to take off that GPA. Now, if you're looking at B, the reason we don't want B on there, so UWO, there is another UWO, it's University of Western Ontario. So if you're looking at a job up in Canada, or if you're looking at a job closer to the border, they might think that you are going to Western Ontario. We also don't want to put the dates like September 21 to present. We want to make sure that you have that anticipated graduation date on there. And then there's no such thing as a bachelor's of accounting. So you'd be getting a bachelor's of business administration with an accounting major. So that's something that you can definitely kind of look at and think about. So then looking at some would you rather extras edition. So on this one, again, we want to go into a little bit more detail, but we also don't want to put on there the interests and hobbies. I can tell you right now, employers, they don't really care too much about your interests and hobbies. It's not something that they want on your resume. They're going to ask you about that in your interview or even after you get the position. That's something that they can build that relationship with. On your resume, it doesn't need to be on there. It doesn't help you get that job. So make sure that you take that off. With A, there's a couple of options. If you're running out of space on your resume, you don't have to put these bullet points down. You could just put the organization that you were a member or you're a volunteer, and then you could just put the location and the dates. So that's an easy way of kind of working through that as well. So then this other extras edition, as you can see on here, you can pick A or B. The thing is this one is either one. You could definitely do either one of these. If you are doing honors and achievements, I'll tell you right now, if you put on your resume that you're a 4.0 student, that's something that you can definitely look at. And you don't need to really put on honors and achievements unless you're super passionate about it or want to showcase that. Just because employers, again, are pretty smart. They're going to understand that you are going to be on the dean's list, going to be on honor roll if you have that 4.0 GPA. Volunteer experience, again, that's something that's super important to put on there if you have it. Again, this is something that you can decide if you want it or not want it. So then the formatting edition. So right here, you can see they're the exact same information, but A or B, we really want you to lean towards A. It can be formatted a little bit different, but we don't want it to be like B where it's just down the line. It's very hard to read and kind of confusing if you're an employer looking at it. You're going to sit here and get lost. You might miss some information, things like that. So we definitely want to format it in a way that it's easier to read. They can find different experiences. They can find volunteer experience, honors and achievements, work experience. They can find all of that pretty quick and easy. So then writing an effective bullet. So like I said earlier, this is the most important piece of your resume besides your name and phone number. just because they need to be able to get a hold of you. But this is what goes into an effective bullet. So your skill plus what you did plus the results / outcomes. So power verb starts it, and then your job responsibility, and then how or why. I will tell you the results / outcomes, or the how or why, that is the hardest part of writing an effective bullet. So just keep that in mind when you are trying to practice your resume. Just know that that's going to be the hardest piece of it, and it will take some time to provide more empowerment and getting to that point that it showcases your results and outcome. So just showing you a little bit. So if we were saying provide customer service, so then this is an easy way to kind of look and see what it looks like. So prioritize, which is your power verb, increase or provide. So then you will prioritize tasks, which is what you did, your job responsibility, the results / outcomes. To provide timely service and increase customer satisfaction. Same with increase. So increase customer satisfaction by effectively prioritizing tasks to provide timely service. And the last one is provide customer service to deliver timely service and increase customer satisfaction. So when you're looking at these bullet points, these are great opportunities for you to look through and kind of practice on your own. But the nice thing is this is to provide customer service written in 3 different ways that are getting the same points across. So then you just have to decide, okay, what sounds a lot more like myself, and then what can I speak about in an interview, those kind of things. So if you would never say customer satisfaction, then you might want to say like prioritize tasks, right? So we want to use some of the language that we're used to, so we're not utilizing words that we don't know of, or we don't know the definition, those kind of things. So this is an opportunity for you to kind of practice writing the bullet points. The next one here, so if you are going to practice writing your bullet points, you can utilize the emailed customers or work on a team. So that's a great opportunity for you to kind of see and practice that. So now switching gears a little bit to VMOC. So what VMOC is it helps you with your resume. So how you're going to get started is you're going to go to www.vmoc.com/UWOsh, and this is going to put you into a opportunity for you to type in your account. You already have an account. All you need is to put in your email account. So if you use your UWOsh email, you're going to be able to go right into it. It will take you to a dashboard, and you can upload your resume, or you can utilize a resume builder, and then it will help you build that resume. When you are utilizing VMOC, you're going to get 3 different feedback. So you're going to get impact, presentation, and competencies. When you're looking at this, you're going to see the impact. That's going to be how hard hitting is your resume. Your presentation, again, that's going to be formatting, those kind of things. And then your competencies are going to be leaning on your communication, analytical, teamwork, leadership, and initiative skills. So if you have those in your resume, then that's going to help you build your competency level. When you're looking at those levels, what it's going to happen is you're going to have a red zone, yellow zone, green zone. So if you get at the end, you're going to see different scores between your different levels, and you're going to see it within your different, so like your competencies, your feedback, or everything like that. So you're going to get all of that. And if you're in the red zone, that's okay. That's something we can improve on. So the nice thing is red zone is a 0 to a 32, yellow is a 33 to an 85, and green zone is 86 to 100. I can tell you right now, you won't get 100. There's no perfect resume. So that's something that you can definitely look into and try to strive to be in the green zone, but just know you're not going to hit 100. So if you do, please come to the Career and Professional Development Center and definitely show us that you got that 100, so that we can showcase that to students. On here for your resume assignment. So this is really where it gets down to the nitty-gritty. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to develop a resume based on today's information. If you already have a resume, make sure that you're updating that resume. So that way you have the information that was given today, and then put that into your resume. Upload a PDF file of your resume to VMOC. So VMOC will need a PDF file. It won't be able to be in a Word or a Google Doc. You'll need to upload it as a PDF. And then step 3 is take the feedback from VMOC and make improvement, the appropriate changes or improvements. So making sure that you're utilizing VMOC to the fullest, taking that feedback and improving your score. And then step 4 is upload the revised resume to Handshake and make it visible. So this is a great opportunity for you to start utilizing Handshake. You're going to see on there that there's a ton of different options for you as students, but you're going to be able to go on there, kind of click through that, make sure that you put your resume on there, but then you're going to want to make it visible for other employers, but also us as career advisors. For this assignment, you will have to make it visible. If you are somebody that doesn't want to have it visible for very long, just make sure that you have it visible for this assignment, and then you can take it down if that's something that you don't feel comfortable with having out there. The opportunities for some feedback, you're more than welcome to schedule an appointment with a career advisor. That's going to be on Handshake as well. Also, this picture right here, this is showcasing what you're going to see once you get that feedback from VMOC. And so you're going to see that 49, that's going to be your total score, whatever score it is. And then it's going to tell you like the steps to improve your score. So how can you improve each one of these? And then it's going to tell you how many points it will improve if you do that. And then that's going to get you the opportunity to get into that green zone. So the next piece of this is going to be talking about Handshake. So why should you use Handshake? Again, you're going to be uploading VMOC, your revised resume, complete your profile. So make sure you go onto Handshake, you're clicking through it, uploading your resume, you're putting in all your information. So that way you can have that complete profile. It's just like a Facebook profile. If you don't have all of that filled out, that's an opportunity for you to not get chosen or have an employer look at it or potentially find a job, anything like that. So searching for jobs and internships, this is huge with Handshake. You're more than welcome to go on there and look through some jobs. The one thing with jobs from Handshake, this is something that's really nice, is that we vest in those employers. So you can go in there and make sure that it's an appropriate employer. You can walk through it. You know exactly what's going on. You can see that that is an employer that we know, and we know that those are right and current jobs. So then you can also follow some employers. So it's really nice. You can follow different employers that you are passionate about or want to know more about. And when you do that, you can see when they're coming to the career fair, when they're coming to campus, when they're going to have events, when they're having hiring events, anything like that. And you can register for those at that time. And then you can also schedule an appointment with the staff in the current professional development. So that's something that you can definitely do as for a career advisor. You can go on and create that appointment so that you can have that 30-minute time to sit down and talk about anything career related. You're more than welcome to go on to this presentation and watch this video. So you can go on here and click through it. It's about a 1.5 minute long video that you can go on and watch. So career conversations. So going into career conversations, this is what is going to help you with this assignment as well. So we have some different opportunities for career conversations. So you have UW Oshkosh, the fall 2023 internship and career fair. That's going to be 11:30 to 3:30 on September 27th. We also have college to career. That's at 8:30 to 10 or 10:30 to 12. So that's going to be in September as well. And then we have the healthcare fair from 11 to 1 on October 3rd. So before the event, so you complete your Handshake profile, register for the event, making sure that you register for it so you have that opportunity. Research the employers that are going to be there. Prepare your personal pitch. So we'll go over that in a second. Draft some questions, and then brand yourself so you can visit the career closet over in our space over in the Student Success Center. So make sure you're stopping by, getting the 4 free items that you get every single term. So your personal pitch. So this is very important for you. So it's step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. These are going to be your big 5 steps. So the what, the why, the goal, and the end with the question. So the who, you're describing who you are. The what describes what you can offer or bring to the table. The why describes why you are unique. The goal describes your goal. And then you end with a question. So again, these are some examples of personal pitches. You can go on to this presentation and watch these as well. So your personal pitch should really only be anywhere from 30 seconds to no longer than a minute. And so this is a great opportunity for you to kind of have a script. We don't want it to make it sound robotic when you're delivering it. So make sure that you get it down, you get it pretty comfortable. But this is just something that you can utilize to start, and then you can manipulate it any way possible that you would like. So like, hello, my name is blank. My name is Jordan. I'm completing a bachelor's degree in accounting at UW Oshkosh with a minor in finance, right? So then you're really just kind of filling in the blanks. You're going through this. Again, it's something that you can utilize, but you don't have to keep it script straightforward. You can kind of work your way through it. But the most important thing is you want to finish with a question. So if any of you have ever been in a conversation and it's that one-sided conversation and that person just is talking, and then they just will kind of stop and walk away, and you're like, okay, but you didn't really give me an opportunity to ask anything or talk to you, engage in that conversation. That's where that question comes into play. So when you ask that question, now they have that opportunity to look at you and answer that question and then keep that conversation going. So during the event, so you want to be curious, take that curiosity. You're going to have anxiety. You're going to have some nerves going in. So take that nervousness and change it and be curious with that. Making sure that you're approaching some of the booths, making sure you're going up and talking to those employers. They're taking time out of their day to come talk to you and be part of this. So make sure you're going up and talking to them. Use your personal pitch. So we definitely want to utilize what we're practicing today. And then ask for some business cards. So when you're asking for those business cards, you can ask for business cards, you can ask for just contact information, however you would like, but business cards are an easy way for you to get all that information, their information, and you can take that. You can send some follow-up emails, things like that, connect with them on LinkedIn, all of that. Also, there is going to be a headshot as well. So you can definitely take a headshot if you're attending the career fair. That's a great opportunity for you to get that headshot where you're already dressed up nice. And then you can put that onto your LinkedIn, anything like that. Then after the event. So after the event, you want to review your contacts and your business cards, making sure you're following up with those employers, following up with them on Handshake as well. You can follow those employers so that way you can see when they're coming to campus again, when they have other events going on, and then look for additional ways to connect. So if that's during LinkedIn, if that's a way, if you want to say, hey, reach out to XYZ from any company that you're kind of interested in and say, hey, or do you have some time to meet for coffee or anything like that, then that's another way to connect with them. These are just some quotes from some students that have gone through the career fair that weren't super comfortable at the beginning. They were kind of anxious, and then they built those connections and really enjoyed their time and making sure that they gain that experience for the future. So professional dress is expected at these events, especially at the career fair. So we do have a opportunity of like what to wear and what not to wear. So you can go on to this presentation and watch this video. You can come to our career closet. You get 4 free items on every single term. But the nice thing with this video is it's going to showcase like what you should be wearing to and from an interview, or if you're just everyday work. It's a little bit different from if you're going out on the town versus the actual interview. So just kind of keep that in mind. You might think this is really nice wear, but if it's something that's not very professional, then that's something that you might not want to be wearing that day. So the other thing that we're going to cover is SparkPath. So like I mentioned at the very beginning, this is a great opportunity for you, great resource for you as a student to utilize. So you're going to be able to go to SparkPath. This is going to be on our website that you can go to it and kind of click through. What it is it discovers your top 3 challenges that you want to work on. So the nice thing is you have the opportunity to pick out of 54 different challenges. You can see your top 3. And then this is going to give you the opportunity to look and say, okay, that's what I kind of want to do. with my life, and then figure out what jobs and opportunities they have within those challenges. So it goes beyond just your majors and job titles. So it's not just your mathematics major, being a mathematics teacher. It's going far and between that as well. So we're also matching those employers at some of these conversation events. So if you do Spark Path, you can talk to those employers, say, hey, this is the challenges that I want to achieve. And then you can talk to them and see if they have those same challenges within their organization. As you can see on here from this picture, this is just an example of a challenge card. So it's redesign the healthcare system. And you're probably thinking, wow, that is way above what I was ever thinking of doing. It's just something to just start thinking about and get your mind thinking if that's what you want. Then you can look at, okay, these are some job opportunities. They have the opportunity to click on an icon that will go to another page that will help you look at different job titles that have those challenges as well. So the last thing that we'll be talking about is your Canvas course. So you should have gotten this Canvas course invite. So please get on there and get started. If you didn't get a Canvas invite, please email lambc@uwosh.edu. That's going to be super important. So that way you can get on there, make sure you have all this information, all of that. Again, this is your Canvas course, what you're going to be seeing. It's pretty self-explanatory, exact what you're going to see in all these other courses. So what's next? So obviously you're here to see what the next steps are. So you want to update or create your resume and upload the VMOC. Utilize that revised resume and upload it to Handshake. Then you want to attend your designated event, just to make sure that you can get that credit. Then we want to complete the SparkPath assessment. So something that you have to just kind of keep in mind is there is no like minimum maximum on your resume, just making sure that you're putting it in, revising it. Then it's up to your professor to decide what your score is with that. So then this is just our team. So this is current professional development team. As you can see on here, we do have an industry model. So with the industry model, it's a little bit different than I'm a mathematics major. I don't know what I want to be, but I'm a mathematics major and you're picking a major. These are different opportunities for you with the industry to kind of break it down. Okay, I'm a mathematics major, but I want to work in government, law, and public safety. So then you want to work with myself or Emily, so we can help you with that government piece of it. Let's say you want to be in education, then you're going to be wanting to work with Megan. So you can kind of break down some different opportunities. You can see all of this on our website as well. So if you're ever on Handshake or on our website and you are lost and don't know which one to or who to meet with, more than welcome to go there and see all of this as well. So then any additional questions, you can reach us by phone or email. We're in the Student Success Center in Suite 125. Our office hours are Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5 and Friday from 8 to 4:30. And then our website is uwosh.edu/career. If you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out at any time. We are always here to help.